Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I honestly think we're about to wipe this faction off of our continent entirely. Yeah. That feels good. It feels like a little bit of security is something that we've needed pretty badly. So I don't think I want to start the ritual right this second. Hold on. Before we do anything else, what I want to do is run this army up this way, because I think that army that ran out of Quitax is coming down toward us. Where do I think they'll go? I think they'll go to the bridge. So let's head up here. Indeed. Where do I think they're going? We're at 52% movement. You need 25 to do this. Where do I think they're going? Will they go to Quetzal? Will they come to... So they'll probably go to Quetzal. Quetzal's a little bit of a softer target. I'm so happy that we built walls everywhere, though. Alright, I'm going to move to right here and just go into ambush mode. See if we can catch them off guard. We got to get rid of this army before we hit the button for the ritual, unfortunately. I don't think we can afford to do it right now. Alright, so we could get a little bit further away from Oixel and still be able to get there in a single turn. What about right here? Right here might be good. This might be the spot.
We are brave, mighty.
Oh yeah, and let's do this thing.
Stop out! They will die. Let the council's voice.
Actually, it should probably be Titchett who leads, huh?
Get the things.
Let's break siege. Titchett is definitely the more powerful commander.
Me.
And it gives us a positive result right here, just on this. I think we're gonna go ahead and do this manually. Do I want to bother with building siege equipment, or do I just want to go? The thing is, right, we have 4 units of warp lightning cannons and 2 plague claw catapults, so I could just punch a hole in the wall. They have 2 skink priests. They also have this guy. You know what? We can afford to sit here for a second and build.
Make way.
Let's do this.
Have them.
Also, our mere presence in the area is increasing the Skaven corruption. So, by the time we actually attack, we might get one more free use of Menace Below, which would be cool. Alright, we're going to hold off on this for now, and that. Alright, let's see what happens with this army. Because obviously I can't afford to have a bunch of dudes spawn on us while there's an enemy army inside my borders. Let's deal with this, and then... Oh, my ambush was foiled. Yeah, come over here and fight me. Every time it shows me Krokgar's plate and starts moving to the right very, very slowly, I think, oh god, he's on my shores. This is less of a concern for me. It looks like Clan Moors is maybe getting annihilated a little bit, which I don't really even care about, to be perfectly frank. Okay, I think he's going to try to resettle. I think he's just fleeing the plague, mostly. Well, I'm pretty bummed out that that plague didn't actually accomplish anything. I guess not, like, hugely surprised, but annoyed, certainly. Man, it would be cool if we could actually wipe these guys off of our continent entirely. I just own the whole continent, basically. That would definitely give us security as far as performing these rituals goes. I do wish we had a little bit better vision, though. I feel like I don't have a very good grasp of what's going on in almost any other part of the world. We only have like 15 or 16 turns, I think, until the Dark Elves finish their ritual. So we need to get up to an intervention army pretty quickly. Okay, Nurglost is back. The Headhunter's jungle is about to freak out again. You know what? Since we have a little bit of time... Let's go handle that. What is wrong with this place? Why is it constantly in trouble? Okay, well, as much as I want to save up money for for intervention armies, this is actually really important. Because this settlement is somewhat likely to just get immediately burned if chaos spawns near it.
Horned rat provides. A bold move.
Should I run after them? I'm a little concerned about getting caught in march stance. Especially this army is going to be such a pain in the ass to fight.
Our clan will rise.
Once we finish this off, things will be so much easier. So much more straightforward.
Open the book of woe.
Alright. Nergloss is probably going to play a pretty important part in managing the ritual as well, actually. Yeah, if he resettles Chakwa right now, his army is doomed. Because resettling a settlement takes a lot of guys out of your forces. Yeah, okay, he's got to turn around. He's just going to come fight me. This is going to suck. I'm going to try to fall back. We have warp bombs. We have 6 free uses of menace below. I'm going to try to fall back. Let's see if we fall back far enough to get out of his attack range. My thinking here is just that if we attack him, I do want to fight him, but if we attack him instead of him attacking us, we have the chance for the ambush to proc, and also he's tired now. I think we might not be able to reach him. We'll see. But it's just way better for us to be on the offensive, especially since I think Skrolk has the extremely leveled up attacking trait, but I don't think his defender trait is quite as high level. Which is weird, considering how much I defend. But I feel like my memory of his defense trait is that it's only level 2 or 3. I really like the way they implemented the trait viewer in this game, because I think the attacker defender traits already worked the way they do in the first game, but it was a lot less obvious that it was one trait leveling up. When it gave it to you, it was using the same message as when you just like gained a trait. And that little bar that shows you how advanced your trait is. This is a really nice touch. Okay, we cannot reach... Wow, we can't even get kind of close to reaching him. I retreated way into the trees. What's my ambush chance? It's like really high, isn't it? Plus 30%. An ambush success chance here would be 100%. What is it out in the open? Still 100% because the terrain for the whole province is jungle, I guess? So let's move until we have 27% movement left.
Ready to strike.
We really, really want to get an ambush of some kind. I'm trying to select this army. Okay. So there's nothing good for Nergloss to do here. Maybe what he actually wants to do is just fall back and make ready for the ritual, which we have to get done soon.
My command.
Alright, let's get this sorted. Man, I hate spending money all the time. We just have so many things to do, though.
Great Warlord.
Okay, you have your Arcane Conduit. This is a total caster lord. Like, this is a total in-battle lord. So we should probably... And we could pick up some combat skills for him. They seem to be actually pretty good fighters. The Plague Furnace is kind of cheating. Alright, next turn we'll fight.
Attack die for the horned rat. Doom them.
And then we can turn both these armies down to the south, and all of this trouble with this this one rogue lizardman army will be resolved very quickly. Not doing that right now. Who has unassigned skill points? Toxer. I don't even know who this is. Okay. Alright, come on. Either fall from my ambush or go over there and try to settle that town. Well, it doesn't say we've come out of stance ambush yet. Okay, he came out of march. Oh, he's settling. The ambush worked. He did not know we were there. Don't you dare wound one of my heroes. Alright, yeah, that's very, very good for us. So he will have committed a significant number of his troops to settling the city. It will not have a functioning garrison yet. The garrison will be there, but they'll all be pretty weak. So this is a very strong opportunity for us to get in there and crush him. And then, I swear to you guys, rituals. They're going to happen. They're coming. We're going to win this battle this turn. We're going to win that battle down there this turn. We're going to kill the... Oh, are these guys actually going to move? Hey, they remembered how to do stuff. Cool. We're going to kill that rebellion this turn. So we'll build up a bunch of gold, and hopefully it'll be enough for us to hire an intervention army on the Dark Elves. And I would really love it if we could just make friends with these dudes. I see no reason to fight them. Unfortunately, they really hate me. I do keep trespassing on them. They don't care for that. Also, apparently at some point I broke a treaty with the Bloodhall Coven. I don't remember doing that. Okay, so let's do these things in order of ascending ease, huh?
Your tales are mine. Smell. Taste battle. Good, good.
We lost 36. Wow, that's a lot of food. Good, good, good.
More power.
Alright, we're halfway to being able to afford a good one. And he just hit max level, so... we could pick up a buff for Warp Fire Throwers, Poison Wind Globadiers. Actually, yeah, Warp Fire Throwers, Warp Lightning Cannons. This is relevant. Yeah, let's get that. Because we're running Globadiers and, of course, 2 Warp Lightning Cannons and a Plague Claw Catapult. Seems pretty good. Okay, back down toward Oixel. Once this settlement levels up, it may be worth immediately upgrading the Taskmaster's platform in the walls, even though that's going to cost us a bunch of money. We'll see.
Clan pestilence.
Oh wow, they're going to be back at full health immediately. Quitax is plagued, but not like in a meaningful way.
Horned rat provides.
Yeah, and I can't quite get close enough to damage him. I may just have him fall back. Let's get ready for the ritual, and then let's see how this shakes out, I guess, before we make that decision. Oh. Well, I don't really want to fight this. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Everybody did alright. We're good. I am totally fine with that. So we sack it. We'll raise it next turn. I'm not turning down 18,000 gold. Right, we killed a Slan. Isn't that like a huge deal? I think that might be a real problem for the whole like lizard man society, honestly. Okay, Titchit probably already has a scribe. Yeah. What about Ulysses? I bet Ulysses doesn't. No, we definitely want a scribe. Actually, he should also have a reptile thing sacrifice. And then I guess we can just throw... we have so many banners. Just throw some banners on him. Yeah, I don't think we're even going to use this. I guess melee defense isn't that relevant for everybody. Sure, put it on. We'll figure out if we want to use it later. Okay, so... Titchit has a bunch of movement left. But we can't raise it this turn, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to turn Titchit around and have him leave. The other army can handle the raising. So actually, I probably want to leave Skrolk nearby. We'll sandwich this guy to kill him, and then we'll be able to do our ritual safely. Alright, so you just chill out here for a turn. Nurglost. Nurglost was heading south to prepare. I think that's still probably the right move. He needs to get, like, down here. So we definitely hire the big intervention army. And then, yeah, we can do some upgrading.
What's your bounty, Skaven warlord?
We can also do this. This guy's almost max level. We could spread corruption. I don't know that that's going to be relevant. I think I'm going to upgrade spells. Like, let's upgrade Wither. And then we have one more skill point, and I'll probably put it into, like, Bless with Filth. So that we can overcast Bless with Filth if we need to. Or no, I'll put it into Vermintide, probably. Bless with Filth is perfectly effective just the way it is. We don't really need to mess with it, I don't think. I don't think that there's a good reason to upgrade the Sentinels of Zeddy. I'd rather save the 5k. We're getting close to doing that. At this point, this feels okay to upgrade. We definitely do want that up. We also, okay, we're 3 turns off of Dominating Scheme. Do I want to run the 13th scheme so that we have the Pestilence Clanstone available? Probably. We'll do that on the same turn that we start the ritual. Okay. So this army will burn that city, and then they'll come down here and burn this city. And with these two armies squeezing Chakwa, I think we're about to have Hexoatl off of our continent. Block army doesn't do anything in that situation because we were going to make a pretty short move in the first place, and then after we raise that city, we won't have any movement left. The Cult of Pleasure must have an awful lot of armies. Okay, well, they obliterated our 10,000 gold intervention army instantly. So I guess they're going to complete their ritual. Not great. The good news is that even if they do complete the ritual, we do have a chance to stop them. We have to fight a battle, and if we win the battle, it disrupts their ritual right at the end. I know that that is a thing that is available. I'd like it not to come to that, just in case, you know, because I don't know how the battle works. It would be cool if somebody else would intervene. I'm not at all happy about our very, very large expenditure doing literally nothing. Seems real bad. Let's pick up plans within plans. Oh, actually, Tidget can come over here and hit this city first. He'll go get the Plague City in a minute. Wow, 175 kills for the Death Globe Bombardiers, huh? No wonder they level up so quickly.
Sack steel. It's all in my mind. Great victory. Good.
What do we want to pick up on him next? Probably just more magic stuff. Actually, his magic stuff is extremely under control. Woundmaker's pretty powerful. He has a Screaming Bell, which I think is pretty similar to a Plague Furnace in terms of actual fighting. Oh no, Redline. Redline stuff is what he needs. I almost forgot.
We are brave, mighty. I died.
Wow, it's remarkable how bad that is. Whatever, this army is not going to be used for a whole lot for a little while, so I'll just go ahead and take this and the attendant losses. Okay.
What? On one command.
Man, that is a lot of melee defense.
the bubonic.
Oh, hey, Infect Decay is back. I'm going to have him come over here and try to get this guy off of our shores. If we do, in fact, remove all of the settlements, the Hexawaddle settlements from our area, then their agents will have to sail all the way over after respawning every time, and that will make them much less likely to interfere with us.
Rats are not content.
No, it seems that they are not. Let's see if we can fix that. So am I allowed to just hire another intervention army? No, 12 turns, okay. Oh no, I can't call an intervention for the duration of this ritual, and that's 12 turns, okay. So in 12 turns, some real stuff is going to happen. Some serious stuff. I don't exactly know what. I'm not trying to be vague. Alright, I don't think we're ready yet. Yeah, we gotta deal with this first. Alright. I'm worried. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
I am Warlord. Move, march.
Honestly, once Hexawaddle is cleared out of here, we can devote all 4 of our stacks to the defense of our ritual area. I'm not going to delay too much for that because I think it's, you know, pretty dangerous to wait any longer than we're already waiting. It's pretty dangerous to wait as long as we are waiting. But that is what we will be doing with our guys as soon as they are available to do that. So yeah, we'll never get peace with the Order of the Lore Masters or Hexawaddle or the Cult of Pleasure because they're all in permanent war mode due to the rituals. Okay, heroes can scout ruins and find out that they are our settlements, or not. In this case, they both successfully found out that these are not settled. So yeah, we're still going to see this. They're still going to be sending agents after us, but every time we wound one of them, they'll have to wait out the 4-turn wound timer and then come all the way back over the ocean, so... Okay, that might be good for us. God, I hope he attacks. Well, I hope he doesn't attack. I hope he starts sieging Floxton, and then we'll be able to get some stuff done here. So I'm going to move Skrolk north toward their settlement. I'm not going to attack their settlement this turn, because if I did that, they're within a single move. They'll just strike back immediately. But we'll move toward their settlement while we wait for backup to arrive. And then if they move more than a single normal turn of movement away from the settlement, or our backup gets close enough, then we take it. And what is this? Who are you? Am I at war with these guys? Looks like I am. Who the hell are these guys? So he came over here and damaged the walls, and then an army just shows up out of nowhere. Alright. Oh, he failed at damage walls.
I am a lord of Breton. What vile filth stands before me?
Bretonians, man. Well, they have one settlement. They have one settlement, and the way they chose to spend their time was sending their only army after me, what is probably their only army. Okay, this is going very poorly for Clan Moors. Oh no, they have stuff in the mountains up here. Okay, that's not that bad for them then. What faction is this? Carrick Zorn. He's at war with the Strigos Empire, Clan Pestilence, Clan Moors. Really, he's at war with people who are right on his borders. Okay.
Soon.
If you could, I don't know if this is convenient for you, but you know, if you could wipe those guys out, that would make my life easier. Well, I mean, the Star Tower is well defended. They're gonna have a hard time getting anything accomplished over here.
I am the Plague Lord. I am the Plague Lord.
Hey guys, I heard Skrolk is the Plague Lord.
Prepare, unleash poxes. Let the bell scream, scream.
Okay. We should probably just go hit Quitax. Looks like the plague has worn off. I'm really bummed out that the plague didn't affect that army at all.
Now! Now! All tales are mine.
Okay, let's go to like here. I think this is where we want to be for starting the thing. Alright, so we'd like to get back home. Alright. Not a lot to do here, unfortunately. Not yet. So let's definitely get 10% extra casualty replenishment rate. That would be really alright. We have quite a bit of money. Suppose we should upgrade this defense. I don't really think that's even a good use of our cash at the moment. Oh, this, however. That's also important. I'll go ahead and grab the extra garrison now. There's a lot of places where we don't... I still don't have this, man. There's a lot of places where I don't really even have to worry about upgrading stuff, building things anymore. We probably overdid it with the bells a little bit in this province. What about up here? Okay, we're good on public order now, actually. Although there's no particular reason for us to tax. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's money. It's not very much money, but it's still money. Yeah, I think we'll hold on to this cash right now for the moment, just in case, like, we may need to purchase another big army when Hexawatl gets to their final ritual. I'll probably do this the second we have it available, though. It's almost time, I swear. Seriously, though, I need this Lizardman thing to wrap up. I cannot believe how annoying these guys are being. Also, a little frustrated with how long the turn timers are getting. In theory, there should be less going on, right? Alright, don't attack. Just siege. Alright. He's doomed. I think this is pretty much over. So he can't get back to Chakwa in a single turn. We'll kill Chakwa. Toxer has been wounded. Very annoying. Boy, it just completely ignores me when I click on fast forward sometimes. Ooh, Harganeth. No, that's not one we were trading with. But in theory, you would think there would be less going on, right? Because, like, when we're a small faction, we can afford a stack. Now, we're up to 4 stacks. But in order to get to 4 stacks, we had to take over territory that was controlled by more than 4 factions, right? So the fewer factions there are on the map, the fewer armies there will be. Because it's not like a direct conversion from land to armies. As faction numbers shrink, number of armies does shrink. So you would think the turn times would get faster because there's just a lot less happening on the map, but for some reason that is not the case. Oh wait, Clan Morse is actually mobilizing against that settlement. That'll be good. Okay, you guys can get all the way over to here.
Move march. Clan pestilence. Make things sick. Die. Loot. Find trinkets for tribute.
I think I want Chakra.
Find precious things. Make hoard.
I would like to control that that region. Also, it's absurd that that army, they were in muster mode. How did they survive? How did they escape? Let's come down here and fight this agent now.
Vile tide comes.
So we did have to march to get over here. So the army is tired, but I think we're still going to sally out with the garrison. Okay, we got an ambush. This should go pretty much in our favor. And it really doesn't matter what happens to this army, because this army's whole job is going to be to sit in the north and defend it. So he'll have plenty of time to reinforce. I'm just going to auto-resolve. Valiant the bar was 70% yellow. This game.
You general, not me.
Okay, hold on a second. I know this is a little cheesy, but that is an absurd result, and I am not willing to accept it. We will fight the battle manually. Valiant defeat. Like that battle's a win, right? I hate sources. I hate them so much. Trying to auto-resolve to save some of my, human real-world time over here. Okay. Auto-saved a little further back than I would like. It's weird that it doesn't autosave at the beginning of every turn. I guess autosaving at the end of every turn, like when you hit the end turn button, it makes the save and then actually ends the turn, allows you to recover from insane things happening during the enemy's turns. But like, this is crazy that this battle was lost. Oh, he just did something completely different. Okay. That time they found Skrolk out. Well, all right. It's weird that resulted that came out differently. It's also super weird that we're failing our ambushes so much, because we have a lot of ambush chance, and also jungle territory has a high chance of ambushes working. I don't know. They must have a ton of ambush defense, I'm guessing, but I don't know how they would have a bunch of that. Maybe it's something that lizard men have a lot of access to. It could be. It could be a faction thing because they spend so much time fighting Skaven. Well, alright, I guess we're gearing up for a massive Skink Chief attempting to hinder our replenishment became wounded. Okay, yeah, that was a very dumb and obviously not correct result. I'm annoyed that we had to deal with that. All right. I really hope that they fix the auto-resolve. I don't know what it is exactly that's broken about it. So Quitax is also one we want, right? We want Quitax and Chakwa so that we have control of this region. We probably... Honestly, it probably makes sense for us to remove this one. And then we'll just upgrade this one as we can. Because this building slot is theoretically a lot more valuable, although we don't actually necessarily want to do anything with it, because I don't know if I want to spend the money.
What? On one command. This city mine.
Alright, make it home.
Faithful servant of decay. Clan war.
Okay, so they'll replenish and recover.
Shadow, horned rat.
We'll probably need a bell. I bet we'll need a bell. Temple of Kara and... I might want to take this region, too, and just use it as a food region. So he's going to replenish. We're going to fall on these guys with 3 armies, basically.
Loyal to Clan.
Okay, so we probably want to pick up Clan Rats. I use Clan Rats a lot. I don't know if these buffs affect Clan Rats summoned by skills. I would hope they do. I might do the same thing with him that I've done with the others. Get Respected and Feared and Pack Leader up to max. Actually, we should probably start with Respected and Feared, though. Yeah, that was a mistake. We'll do Respected and Feared with the next 3 points. I'm going to go to the road
Move!
and try to set another ambush,
Prepare.
just in case they get
Foxes.
eager to come and fight. Actually, they probably wouldn't go here, though. I don't want to upgrade that right now. Keep a little bit of money on hand. Yeah, actually, they'll come down here and they'll head left. If they want to fight, they'll go to the place that doesn't have the walls.
Lord Skrolk.
Unfortunately, I can make it to right here.
Forward.
Yeah, alright. That ambush will happen at the crossroads. And dominating scheme. A little bit of growth, a little bit of public order seems fairly wise. Yeah, I get a little tired of fighting all of the battles manually. But I really should just fight all the battles manually, because that's what they're going to make me do. I will say, I've had a lot of fun fighting battles that I would not normally have fought in this campaign. You know, the tactical combat part of the game is good. But also, it makes the game take a really long time to resolve. Like, we are, what are we, like 30 hours deep in this campaign right now? It is at least coming to a close. We're definitely approaching the end. But honestly, it still might be like another 10 hours or something. So I wonder, like, Bretonnians. We haven't fought a lot of Bretonnians. I don't know if I believe that these guys are a threat. Oh, nice. Ambusher's a good trait. Alright, so Clan Moors is headed toward that thing we told them to head toward, which I really appreciate. So these guys, this thing gives you... Okay. Significant ambush defense chance. And 100 plus 150% campaign line of sight on the subsequent turn. And I believe the way ambush defense chance works is just if you would get close enough to see an enemy army and it's in defense stance, or it's in ambush stance, then you have a chance of revealing them. So my understanding of this interaction is that the campaign line of sight buff will cause them to reveal ambush armies in a very large area since their chance of seeing them is so increased. Alright, we are wrapping this up. I am sick and tired of these guys. So I'm going to have Skrolk run up next to this army, maybe like right in front of it. And then sit in ambush stance. And we'll see. There's some small chance, right, that this will work. You guys probably should just chill out. Let's just get some Skaven slaves in here to round out this army. Because I want them to be full. And then I don't think I'm taking settlement upgrades pretty much anywhere. Nope, I don't care about this. Nerglost is probably better off right down here. I don't think I care about upgrading this one. Not quite ready for the ritual. Alright. This right here is the final stand of this faction, at least on our continent. Once we resolve this, I swear to you... Yep, okay, they broke the ambush. That's fine. The two armies are right next to each other. They're very powerful. I don't think he could successfully fight them. So he's going to fall back to the city to defend it. Then we're going to run our third army up behind the city, and the two armies just to the south of it will push up against it, and we will just absolutely obliterate them. That'll be the end of Hexawatl on this landmass. And then it's time to send most of our people south. I think I'll leave maybe one army in the north just in case of stuff happening. You know, the New World colonies could turn on us at any minute. It could turn out that Hexawatl has armies further north than I'm expecting, that they could come down. So we'll leave one of the armies, probably this guy's army since it's the weakest, up north to play Warden of the North, and then we'll pop the ritual. And then we'll fight 1,000,000 guys, and then we'll pop another ritual and fight 1,000,000 guys, and then we'll pop another ritual and fight 1,000,000 guys, and then we'll basically be caught up unless the Dark Elves manage to win the game while we're fighting while we are doing all these rituals, which doesn't seem impossible, frankly. Okay. Run right up on him. Okay. Let's do this, shall we?
Attack! Spread proxies!
Okay, first we eliminate their tiny extra army here. Ooh, Shroud of Dripping Death. That's actually an interesting banner.
We'll rule the world! Time to attack!
Okay, I showed up with 7,000 guys. We still lost 1,000 men. Whatever, we did it, and we got a lot of stuff out of it. That was a very, very good one.
Loot, find shrinking spot.
Okay. Cool, 20 Warpstone. We want to get these settlements up to par as quickly as possible. I'm going to hold off on that extremely expensive upgrade for the moment. We got to get somebody over here to deal with agents coming in from the east. So if Infecticae's job is going to be just go to the east coast and fight everything that comes across.
Let the bell scream.
Okay, even more weapon strength. His weapon strength is almost 500 now. We're getting there. You head back toward Itza. You actually probably just... No. We probably want to have him in the city that's producing the Warpstone for maximum defense. Otherlock is where Otherlock needs to be. Here, we probably don't really need a growth building, or the growth thing. And we don't want to do food from this province. This province is definitely producing a lot of our money. I might just do efficient planning. For now, at least. Cut down on the public order problems as it slowly generates. I don't want to spend any money on you right now, nor you. Nerglost is right where he needs to be. We're not ready for this just yet. Spine of Sotek is also fine as it is. Okay, I feel a little more secure. And yeah, I don't think Hexawaddle is up here. I think this is all New World Colony stuff.
I must keep my holy vow.
Really, I can't get a view of what these guys' army composition is, even though their army is up against the wall of my city. Seems a little crazy.
What vile filth stands before
So their strength rank is 15. How many factions are left? Okay, we see a 21 here. We see a 19 that has no settlements. And a 20 that has no settlements. So, okay, so there's probably about 21 factions left, would be my guess. So that being the case, 15 is pretty bad. We like massively overwhelm him. He has one settlement. I'm sure this is his only army. So actually, Clan Moore should be able to wipe him out pretty trivially. And then his army will start to fall apart with no supplies. This is actually a good thing to do with our money. Get some docks up. Fortress of Dawn is still actually really far off of being able to max out. We need a lot more population yet. Okay, I think we're good for now. It's not really anywhere interesting to put the camera. We'll watch this guy, I guess. Alright, so now it's just a matter of running down to the south and fighting. The Rite of Awakening. So Hexawaddle's pulling another Slan Mage. We haven't had to fight one in actual combat. We auto-resolve the only battle against one. So they might be dangerous, they might not be, I really don't know. Man, I wish it was feasible for us to just go over to the other continent and kill Hexawaddle entirely. I mean, it is. We could do that, but we wouldn't be able to also do rituals, so... We should probably focus on trying to win the game more than on getting vengeance for being annoyed. Okay. It would be annoying to lose this place, because it would break that region. It would cause a bunch of unrest. What is this? They just have a lot of halberd infantry? I don't know that halberd infantry is particularly good against us. What's their siege equipment situation? I guess I can't see. I guess let's go ahead and summon all of the rats. If they take this settlement from us, that will be annoying. We'll we'll turn our 4th army. Instead of having it go north, we'll just turn it to the east and have it deal with these guys. I think we can win this, though. Men-at-Arms are not particularly great. They only have 22 melee attack. They actually are about as bad at hurting people as our clan rats are. This garrison doesn't really have a lot going for it, though. We do have a pair of catapults, which is nice. And obviously, these guys are going to be awkward to use. So really, this is mostly going to be a fight against Bretonnian foot soldiers, which are real bad, generally. I think we might actually have the advantage here. If they could bring their knights to bear, it would be a different story. So I suppose if they have a ram, we have to focus on that. We really need to keep our gates closed. Ordinarily, I prefer to focus my defensive attacks on siege towers, but if they have a ram, we're gonna work that ram. My guess is they will have built a ram because they're gonna want to get the horses in. So they'll hit the gates. They'll try to flood through them. If they get the horses inside, it's gonna be really bad for us, especially considering how many ranged units we have. But fortunately, this group of ranged units should at least be able to get some pretty serious damage inflicted from the walls. Alright, what do we got in terms of stuff? Nope, it's just siege towers. Okay, so all we have to do is not lose control of our gates. So... the gutter runners probably should be on the wall in a position where they can attack, not looking inward. Let's make sure we get all of the towers manned. I'm not sure which part of the wall they're going to try to hook up with. We can move if it becomes an issue. Where's the, where are the rat ogres? Okay. So we need to make sure these towers are all manned as well. Okay. We should be able to get some pretty okay damage out over there. Put these guys over here, because I think they're going to try to dock somewhere in here. We can get some crossfire going. And then we don't really gain anything from sitting right in front of the wall. Or sitting right in front of the gate, because they're not coming through the gates. So... I'm going to put these guys over here instead. I think this is more likely to be a place where they're needed. Okay. All right. So I gotta wait until we have control of the towers before assigning orders. Okay. All right. So we all want to focus on one tower if we can. I think we probably will get to kill this tower. It'll get out of range of the outer two towers pretty early, but I think we'll be able to get enough damage in. What is the tower that is most... Okay, this one. This one is most vulnerable. We can probably get one or two good attacks in there. Oh, I didn't... One of the towers is unmanned. What kind of massive idiot would allow something like this to happen? Boy, they're just, like, completely disregarding my orders, huh? Okay, these guys at least are attacking the right targets. Yeah, the fact that these towers refused to attack the, the tower I told them to attack probably means that we won't get a kill on that. It's not a big deal. I'm not too concerned about it. They'll make the wall. We'll live. Like I said, they're not spectacular as actual fighters, probably, so... We might still bring this tower down. It's pretty low. But since I know for a fact we won't bring any of those towers down, let's start shooting at the men-at-arms. Just whoever's going to be in range for longest. Because we're more concerned about... Well, yeah, we might be able to get this one still. You will definitely not get that one, so you should shoot at these guys. Okay. Oh no, my hidden units. But we were being so stealthy, I don't understand how. Yeah, it would be very annoying to lose this place. They've chosen to put their knights in front of our ranged attackers and just leave them there for no reason. So, weird choice, but I appreciate it. Ah, we're not going to get the tower. Okay. That's fine. Right. It's a shame we don't have any magic over here. We get to build pestilent knaves everywhere so that we can have plague priests in our garrisons. Because that seems very good. Ah, we almost got that tower. That's a shame. Alright, their units are not considerably better than mine. And they're trying really hard to get that gate down. They might actually... They are in fact going to get it eventually. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop that at this point. It's alright. We'll be alright. I mean, maybe we'll be alright. We'll probably not actually be alright. This might be real bad. One thing we could do is put everybody on the walls. And then it doesn't matter if they break the gates down. No, it still does, because they'll go to our city center zone. Oh, wait a second. I totally forgot about my catapults, and the game set them up in a terrible position. I can't believe I forgot I had catapults. Well, that's why we lose. Why would they be set up facing the outer wall? Or facing the back wall of the settlement? That's a real bummer. Alright, remember we do have these warp bombs, so... we can just warp bomb when we start to get, start having guys get low. I think our clan rats, our sword clan rats, actually will win melee against the men-at-arms. The spear clan rats will not, won't necessarily win, but they'll hold their own. Alright, shoot at enemies on the walls. You guys do have fire at will mode on, right? Yes, okay. Gates actually very close to breaking. Okay, we're starting to break down some of these guys, though. And as soon as the gate breaks, that's when we start pulling our menace below charges out. So let's get these guys over closer to the cavalry. We can at least slow them down. Yeah, we're beating them on the walls. Catapults are starting to work, too. Getting a lot of damage onto these. I can't believe these guys are just going to sit here and take it from slingers, effectively. Slightly better slingers. Gate's about to go. Right, plug the gate. And then obviously these guys will lose pretty badly in direct combat, but we will warp bomb them as soon as they are low enough to get warp bombed. Should I run the gutter runners down? I'll have them turn around and see if we can fire down on these guys. They might be too close to the wall. Yeah, we're winning most of these combats pretty handily. Alright, they've broken some units free and they're just going to go straight. No, they're going to turn back around. Okay, I appreciate that. As soon as these guys can be blown up, they will be blown up. I guess it shouldn't be as soon as, right? We should wait. Should wait until they're actually almost dead. Or when they're about to run. Have at them. Unfortunately, the cooldown on the warp thing, the cooldown on warp bomb is long enough that we probably won't get to do that again. But the good news is we're winning combat in other places enough that, well, this is actually starting to turn on us a little bit. This one's going really well. We got reinforcements coming in over here. Yeah, we'll be all right. We don't have to devote a lot of micro to other parts of the battle, fortunately. Yeah, get him. Alright, now get out of there. Just cycle charges all day, every day with these guys. Nobody stays in combat. Get him!
The lady demands blood.
I can't believe how bad Bretonnian knights are at fighting, like, random Skaven. This is embarrassing for them.
This Nazis! Charge! Retreat, retreat!
Fall back. Yeah, this is actually going super well over here. I was expecting it to take more resources to defend against the knights, but apparently I overestimated their danger. Charge them! Yep. Breaking. Those guys are all the way out. Okay.
Channel uncharged.
I suppose you can get up on the wall.
Yes.
You can hit these guys in the back, I guess. Who's rallying? Who's this? Oh, weird. We had some people lose their nerve on the wall, I see. The catapults are getting the job done now, slowly. The rat ogres have done an okay job. It's time for them to go and terrorize somebody else. Okay, this unit as a whole doesn't have a lot of health left, but it has enough figures left that I'm a little concerned. This guy is getting... He is having maybe the worst day anyone has ever had. These guys think they're going to be please get that UI notification on my way. Let's make it clear to them that they are to leave the map. Okay, now they're properly broken. I did not want them regrouping and then coming after the siege weapons. Alright. You guys did a good job, slowed them down. Actually, run back to the gate. Because there are still some cavalry. Like, the cavalry are not necessarily done for. Anything that comes through the gate is getting murdered real fast, though. Where's that unit of Southern Clan rats? Yeah, okay, they'll get to him. He's gonna try and take the city center by himself. Alright, that'll be the end of him. Okay, Rat Ogres will chase those guys off the map. And this is... It's going all right up here, but it seems like a real good time for a warp bomb, I'll say that. Yep, obliterated. Wow, that was effective. And that was the end of that. Warp bombs are pretty good. Less than half of their losses, more than twice their remaining troops. I think these guys are probably done for. And right now, it's entirely possible that Queek on the other continent is taking out their one settlement. So I do believe that faction should no longer trouble us. Okay, we got 14 food out of it, including the bonus we took at the end. And I told you guys several times that I would have this episode, that we would activate the ritual within this episode, and we totally will. I'm going to. Probably not this coming turn, but we're gonna go into the turn after this when I activate the thing. This coming turn, we still have some movement to do, unfortunately. I think we're ready, we're just out of position. Also, this asshole, like, something has to be done. Okay, we probably don't actually want to stop at Itza with this army. Skrolk can make it to Itza. No, he cannot. It's really hard to travel through this jungle, man.
Rest stupor, my brethren.
So yeah, I'll try to get this army even further to the south. And these guys will just also head to Itza, I think. Itza's close enough to the north that we can defend the north from there, I think. And I would like to be, like, relatively sure that we're going to be able to defeat the Chaos armies.
What? Horned one, come on. Let's take the move.
Okay, other locks good. We're not upgrading any. Actually, there are definitely settlements I would upgrade right now with the amount of cash we have. Alright, you're where you need to be. This is a great example. We definitely also want to do this. We certainly don't need these buildings anymore. I don't know what I'm going to build in those slots, but we'll build something. Okay. Damn it. Well, one of our combat units has been wounded. Now that guy is within range of our own Plague Priest, though. So the Cult of Pleasure has had their ritual running for quite some time, and I haven't seen any other notifications of, like, intervention forces being spawned or anything. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with this. Guess we shall find out. I'm a little worried. But like I said, there's a last chance battle, effectively, and I don't know how difficult that will be. Maybe it will be something that we can totally pull off. I imagine it will be fairly difficult. It would have to be for the threat of the AI winning to be real at all. Okay, very first thing we're doing this turn. You need to go home. Okay.
Loyal to Clan Can. I am the Plague Lord. Claimed by pestilence.
Now let's get over here.
Harbinger of doom.
Okay. I think we're pretty much ready. So we'll activate it next turn. What upgrades do I want to make right now? This is no longer needed. We have all the growth we need. It's a lot of money. You know what? We'll be fine. This one I won't upgrade right now. This one I will, I guess. You're good. And we're actually at a stable -1 food right now. And that's without Chotek's rice thing being maxed out. Oh, what is this now? Oh, it's just an agent. My rate of research actually matters to me a little bit. We're researching something that's important, so we'll probably send Infecticay up here to deal with this. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Maybe it's not worth it. We may need him for the for fighting chaos, obviously. Okay, the Bowmen of Orion have been destroyed. I suppose that's not exactly a surprise. I hope Thigan's errantry is coming soon as well. I have no idea what Queek is doing over there. He might be busy, but he did send us a message saying, "Okay, I'm attacking that thing you asked me to attack." Alright, well, before we make any kind of decisions anywhere at all, we're popping this ritual. I'm just going to do this before I do it so that I don't accidentally move anybody in sprint mode and ruin everything. Okay. And we will get this effect during the turns, so we'll actually be okay on food. We'll be fine on food. We'll be making good money. Our public order will max out everywhere, and we'll be good at recruiting everything. Here we go.
The ritual is underway, my lord. Even working together, it will take your greatest adept some time to complete. Such is the ritual's power that the Great Vortex itself distorts under its pull.
I'm definitely worried about all that
Wary,
purple
though,
magic.
For while the Vortex is weakened, the forces of chaos will slip into this world.
Okay.
Ready your defenses, for they will doubtless be drawn to the ritual's power.
So 2 in the south that will probably head to Chupiatl, 2 in the north that are headed toward Itza. The preparations are complete, the scheme well laid. The tortured faces of the slave sacrifices are limned in the eerie yellow-green glow of warpstone, scavenged from across the world. The shadow of the Grey Seer's knife falls, and screams join with the chanting to split the ill-omened night. Eldritch energy rises, writhing and fusing from one ritual site to the next, and on to the guttering Great Vortex. Around the rat-infested ruins, the warlords position their hordes, ready to claim the glory for defending the Grey Seers as they complete the ritual, or to pass the blame should they fail. I think some of that text was the same as the last one. So the Warband of the Crow, and who are these guys? The Followers of Chaos. These aren't even full stacks.
Your comprehension.
Can't see what's in them. I'll tell you what, I'm not afraid of Chaos Warhounds. So we should probably run up to meet those guys. Chakwa is actually still vulnerable. And I bet they'll burn it on their way past. I see no reason for them not to, right? Yeah, we should probably head north to meet those guys. We have to be careful because intervention armies also will spawn. But why don't we... We'll ride south hard with these guys, we'll ride north hard with the others. Try to get this under control before they can do too much damage. Actually, I don't even know that I want to move with other lock. We'll move closer to the coast. I'm just thinking, I don't know where they're going. They might go straight to Chupiatl, right? But they also might make landfall at this beach, in which case they might try to destroy the Citadel before they move on. I guess this is like... Just getting close to the coast gives me the movement to get to either place. And Nurglus will do the same thing. Yeah, we need to go north. I bet we're going to lose Chakwa, though. I don't think I can do anything fast enough to prevent that.
Onward, diseased brethren.
Okay, and then I think we're probably saving our money for potentially having to re-recruit and stuff. I'm not going to start building defenses in Chakwa because I think probably our money will be wasted. How long would it take for them to go up? 2 turns. The settlement upgrade is 4 turns. And then this is another 3 turns. So it would be 7 turns before the settlement had walls. This is cheap enough, though, and it'll give us a little bit of extra ability to do some damage, at least while we're dying. We might get that done before they get over here. Alright, well, I told you I'd hit that ritual button, and I did, but unfortunately, we are out of time for today, sorry. That's going to be it for us. Come back next time, tomorrow. I suspect our entire country's going to catch fire. And we'll see you then.